Welcome back to Journey to Featherlight. It's your girl Talitha. I'm back for another topic. I'm back to share more of my life experience. My goal here is to continue to be transparent and just openly share my journey and things that I discover. It's about self discovery, and I'm learning every day, every moment. So this week I found that this girl has had to check herself. I have had to check myself because I yet again have expectations, expectations for people and how I feel they should help me, or expectations, just period, you know? And what I'm choosing to do is to go with the flow, choosing to give grace to people, choosing to be open to express myself. That's what it's about to me, is openly expressing myself so that we can be clear as to what you desire and as to what I desire. So I found myself, a little bit out of whack, out of the ordinary, acting out of the ordinary because I didn't express what I wanted. I expected what I wanted. And so, in the midst of it, I saw that I was, acting out of the ordinary, that I got silent. When I get silent, I know something's going on. And I was like, okay, what is it? And I had to openly express my desires. I could no longer afford to be in a space where I'm in a shell, not afraid to open up and ask for what it is I want and what it is I need help with, so that it can be, a balanced household, just realistically speaking. I can't expect, you to know what I want if I don't say it. That's what it boils down to, is I feel like sometimes we have expectations of what our mate or what our child is supposed to do without us saying what it is we expect them to do, you know? And we are all created differently. We are, as we should. We think differently, we process differently. So, how can I expect you to move and operate in the way I would move and operate? So, just to stop there for a moment, I want to thank you all for joining me today. Thank you for your support for the last video. This is an exciting journey. It's a journey that I have no idea what will come of it. I do feel that my experience will help someone, and hopefully it resonates with someone out there that may be going through the same thing that I am going through. And I just want to be open and journey to Featherlight. Again, that's why I named this channel Journey to Featherlight. I am journeying to that to that childlike spirit of just letting go and being happy, being happy with me and expressing me openly without disrespect, you know, and also understanding um, the people that I'm communicating to, and giving people grace because they may not know what it is that you're wanting and desiring, to give you what you're wanting and desiring from them. So I'm happy to be here today. I hope that this topic resonates with somebody out there. And I just, I feel like sometimes we just need to go with the flow. And I am somebody that is kind of, I used to be a futuristic in a futuristic state of mind. Never present, always trying to figure out the next move. And now being more present allows me to be more aware, and I'm aware of what I'm feeling. I'm aware when I'm a little out of the ordinary. I'm aware when something is bothering me so I can immediately speak on it and not hold it. That's where the stress comes. That's where this ease comes because we're holding on to things without communicating them. It's about finding a way to communicate it safely, to communicate it gently to the person that you're dealing with, so that you both can be on the same page to get to where you need to get to do what it is that you are called to do. Not even called to do, even so sometimes it can be a house chore. You just need to communicate with the people that you're dealing with and not holding things or expecting things. That's the biggest thing that I find that I have a challenge with, is I expect you to know when you're supposed to do this and when you're supposed to do that. And also, one of the greatest lessons I've learned after communicating it is not demanding it. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you do this for me? But I want you to do it for me now. No, can you do this for me in your time? So I found that what it means for me is communicating in sufficient timing to allow the person timing to do whatever it is that they need to do to assist me, because I don't want to be inconsiderate and not thinking about what you had already planned for yourself to do something that I need you to do. So let me ask in proper timing, you know. So this week has shown me, hey, girl, you better check yourself. You know that saying, you better check that old song. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Because you can easily, if you don't check yourself, you find yourself in this mode. Then you're not saying anything. Then you might be treating somebody some kind of way because they ain't doing something you want them to do or what you expect them to do. When we simply need to communicate it in a in a beautiful way, you know. Hey, baby, can you put these clothes in the dryer for me? Whenever you get time, can you please take the dishes out the dishwasher? Let's just find a safe space. Um, just let's just communicate. and and also releasing these expectations, because the saying, expectations lead to disappointments, and it surely does. And from going with the flow, or just removing expectations, it just um it's rewarding when it happens, when you don't expect it, because it's like a surprise. You know what I'm saying? It's like a surprise. And I also find that if I'm expressing the things that I want to you, want from you, and you do it, but I'm going to be happy when you do it. I've had to learn, oh, you just did that because because I brought it to you. No, I know I brought it to you, and it's something I wanted, right? So I'm gonna love it when you do it. And also, I have learned that sometimes it's about assisting someone with rewiring, because they only know what they know. So, how can I expect you to immediately change and just do this all the time when your whole entire life you've been doing it this way? So, it's like a rewiring effect that happens with each of us. Because I'm sitting here having to rewire, because I'm now having to, maybe say it a few times that, hey, I need your help. And also it's rewiring you because in the midst of me saying, hey, I need your help, you're doing it repetitiously, and it's getting you in the mode of knowing what it is that I want you to do or help with. It's the same with me. You know, if it's something that my partner or child needs from me or anybody needs from me, and I'm not used to doing it, you may have to bring it to me a few times for me to get in the space of knowing that I need to operate in this manner. So, you know, it's been, it's a great journey. Life is great. And since COVID started, COVID has really required me to go inwardly to understand these um, imperfections, these things that I may have held on to before and didn't speak on, creating sickness and disease within my body. 2020 was a pivotal point for me because personally, I got really sick. I got sick because it was self inflicted, where I didn't want to say anything and I just expected. Or um, realistically, after having kids, you just feel like you both should get in a mode of parental understanding what to do as a parent. And it's not like that. Yes, women are natural caregivers, but truth and behold, everybody has to understand how to be within this new lifestyle, this new change. So I I went through a lot. But when I came out of the sickness, I made a decision that it was important for me to speak my desires. So every now and then I get reminded. I get reminded when I start to go in my shell and get in a silent mode. And I remind myself, why are you being this way? Okay, I see. You know what? You just need to speak what it is that you're wanting from your partner, what you're wanting from your friend, your mother, whoever, so that you can have some peace. Nobody knows what it is that you really desiring if you don't say. So I am happy to be in the position I am in. I am happy, you know, this is going to sound weird, but COVID changed my life for the good. I think life will never be the same for us. It has changed everything, but it's a beautiful change. Look at where we are now. We have the freedom, if you really think about it, we have the freedom to really create our life how we desire to create our life, to create a new beginning if we don't like the current story that we're in. So that's the choice I made. And I thank God for free will, for choice. So that's the space that I also realized with communicating my desires is that you want to communicate them and allow freedom for that person to do what you're wanting them to do, to allow freedom for them to do what you want them to do, you know? Like you can't say, um, I clean my car, but I want you to clean it this way, da 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 da. You know, no, you say what it is that you're desiring and you give them the freedom to do it, you know. So I feel such relief when I have these discovered moments, And when I'm inspired, that's when I decide, hey, maybe this would be good to do a video about. So that's what I thought today would be fun to share my week experience of my checking point. Because your girl had to check herself and get herself all the way back together to be in this high vibrational state, you know, mind over matter, sharing and communicating. Servicing is what I'm here to do. I'm finally walking into it. So, any moment I can share my experience, I'm happy to. So, I do hope that there was something in within this conversation that you picked up from, and that you can walk in peace by speaking your piece. You know, it's a great feeling to be able to, speak your truth, but say it, in a respectable way, to where it's not going to hurt or harm anyone. So I am happy again that you joined Journey to Featherlight. Let's journey to this featherlight where our heart is as light as a feather, where we're creating the life that we desire. To create the life that we desire, we have to do this shadow work, this work to remove all of these blockages. And, you know, it can be a little bit painful, or it could be a little uncomfortable going inward to check yourself, to say when you're wrong, to say when you are overreacting. But it's so rewarding when you recognize it, because you can immediately begin to mold yourself and make yourself even more beautiful, you know? So that's where I am. It's like a Play-Doh right now, you know. How can I continue to, grow and evolve? And this week I found it's releasing the expectation that you know what it is that I want, that someone knows what it is that I want without speaking what it is that I want. I'm releasing it by communicating those things, by giving you grace because you may not know. So, thank you. I am looking forward to this journey to do to get the things that you desire. You have to do something different, something that you've never done. And so I've made a lot of changes recently, doing things that I've never done to do the things that I've wanted to do. And this is one of them. Stepping on this platform, being transparent and open with you all. And again, this is just my opinion, my experience that I'm hoping to help you. But I'm feeling lighter every discovery I of make of myself. And I want to inspire you to feel lighter, to go inward and understand what it is that you're holding on to that you need to let go of to be the best version of you. I will be doing a meditation soon. I'll have it posted on the channel within a week. I'm excited. I do them when I'm inspired to do them, as I do this particular video. I do it when I'm inspired to do it. And I just want to thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Let's let's just keep living the good life. Be peace, be love, and continue to strive to be the best version of you. Thank you for joining Journey to Featherlight. Until next time, love you much. Peace.